Okay, let's just jump right into this. Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're tackling a topic that honestly usually triggers some pretty predictable reactions. You know the drill, right? The back row students start giggling awkwardly, the front row students suddenly find their shoes incredibly interesting, and everyone else is just praying the teacher doesn't call on them. Yep, we are talking about human reproduction. But look, don't worry, we are totally throwing out those dry, boring textbook lectures today. Instead, we're going to treat this incredible biological process exactly like what it actually is, an epic, high-energy, cinematic mega blockbuster.
Now, if you're staring down your board exams or the NEET, you know this topic is heavy. There are so many complex terms, pathways, and phases you've got to memorize. So here's the game plan. We're going to use what I like to call a Bollywood biohack. We'll be using epic, movie-style tricks, mnemonics, and metaphors to basically lock these concepts into your brain permanently. By the end of this explainer, you'll literally be able to wake up out of a dead sleep and confidently crush any biology question they throw at you.
Act 1. The High-Tech Sperm Factory.
So, every great movie needs a strong opening act, right? Let's visualize the male reproductive system as a highly systematic, super high-tech manufacturing plant. This factory is located in the testes, and it has one single relentless purpose: producing sperm. It's a 24/7 assembly line. But here's a really crucial question for you. Why is this vital factory located completely outside the main body, hanging in a pouch called the scrotum? I mean, it seems like kind of a strange architectural choice, doesn't it? But as always in biology, form follows function. And this brings us to a piece of trivia that examiners absolutely love to test you on.
The answer comes down to this number right here, 2.5. The scrotum keeps the temperature of the testes exactly 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius cooler than the rest of your internal body temperature. And why is that? Well, because the high-tech sperm factory absolutely shuts down in the heat. It desperately needs this specialized, cooler environment to keep production running smoothly. If it gets too warm, boom, the machinery just stops. Okay, so once the sperm is manufactured, it obviously needs an exit route, and getting the pathway out of the testes straight can be a total nightmare to memorize. So here is your very first blockbuster mnemonic: Raju Virat ek villain. I know, it sounds exactly like a movie title, but it maps perfectly to the anatomical assembly line. Raju stands for rate testis. Virat is for vasa efferentia. Ek maps to the epididymis, and villain stands for the vas deferens. So Raju, Virat, ek, villain. Lock that route in your head right now, and you've just secured some serious power marks for your exams.
Act 2, the 5-star VIP lounge. Now, if the male system is a high-efficiency factory, we can think of the female system as a luxurious 5-star VIP lounge, and it's designed to host a very important guest for 9 whole months. But before we get to the main VIP room itself, we've got to talk about the primary organs, which are the ovaries. Think of the ovaries as the exclusive management team that actually produces the eggs, or ova. They prep the VIP guest before that guest even steps a single foot into the main lounge. All right, let's talk about the VIP room itself, the uterus. Students constantly stress over memorizing the 3 walls of the uterus, but we aren't going to do that. We're going to use the PME trick, going from the outside in. P is for parametrium, the outer wall, and P means protect. Next, M is the myometrium. M stands for middle and also muscular, because this is the muscle that powerfully contracts during delivery. And finally, E is the endometrium. E is for entry. This is that inner, plush VIP layer where the embryo actually enters and attaches itself. P for protect, M for middle muscle, E for entry. Super simple and completely unforgettable. So, let's compare how the actual gamete manufacturing processes work. In males, the process is called spermatogenesis, and the factory basically hits the power switch and starts up at puberty. But the female system, it operates on a completely different level. The process of oogenesis actually begins before the female is even born. It's essentially advanced booking. The VIP lounge is preparing its guest list before the host has even entered the world. How crazy is that?
Act 3, the clockwork countdown. Every good movie needs a ticking clock to build suspense, right? And that brings us to the menstrual cycle. Look, it's notoriously one of the most confusing topics in the whole syllabus, but if you view it as a strictly scheduled 4-phase countdown, it actually makes perfect sense. Here is a brilliant little mnemonic to effortlessly map out the cycle for you. My, friend, ordered, lossy. Let's break it down. My is for the menstrual phase, which is days 1 to 5, the bleeding phase.
Friend is the follicular phase, days 6 to 13, where the new egg is actively preparing itself. Ordered stands for the ovulatory phase, hitting right on day 14. This is when the egg comes out and the luteinizing hormone, or LH, hits its absolute maximum peak. And finally, lossy is the luteal phase, happening post-day 14. This is where the corpus luteum forms and releases progesterone, basically just sitting there waiting in anticipation of a pregnancy. My, friend, ordered, lossy, boom, 4 phases, perfectly memorized.
Act 4, fertilization to grand finale.
And now we reach the epic cinematic crossover event we've been building toward. It's the moment the product of our high-tech neon factory finally meets the resident of our gold VIP lounge. So where does this monumental meeting actually happen? Well, it happens in the fallopian tube, but you really need to know the specific location for the exam. Fertilization, that epic meeting of the egg and the sperm, happens specifically in the ampulla region of the fallopian tube. Once they merge right there in the ampulla, they form a single cell called a zygote. Now that zygote has to travel all the way toward that VIP room in the uterus, and it's dividing as it goes. To track this cellular journey, just use this fun trick. Zebra meets baby giraffe. Okay, so zebra is the zygote, our single starting cell. It divides into a solid ball of 8 to 16 cells called a morula. That's meats. Then it becomes a blastocyst, baby, which is the stage that finally implants into the endometrium of the uterus. And finally, it develops into a gastrula, giraffe, which is exactly when those 3 crucial germ layers form. Zebra meets baby giraffe. You've got this. Let's fast forward through the 9-month gestation period, and we finally reach the blockbuster finale. The brain sends a critical signal, which causes that middle muscular layer we learned about, the myometrium, to start powerfully contracting. And to finish the job, the body drops what we like to call the delivery boy hormone. That hormone is oxytocin. Oxytocin steps in and drives those contractions home, resulting in parturition, which is just the scientific term for birth. And boom, the journey is complete.
So there you go. You now have the entire human reproduction chapter securely at your fingertips, mapped out exactly like the plot of an epic movie. You know the factory, you know the VIP lounge, the mnemonics, and the hormones. But as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a somewhat provocative thought. You've mastered the ideal scenario here, but what happens when the factory machinery glitches, or when the VIP lounge faces an unexpected plot twist? Because, let's be real, biology rarely follows a perfect script, and understanding those complex plot twists, well, that is where the real medical mysteries begin. Keep studying, keep asking those big questions, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.